You've
Dorks.
seen Mandalorian. Shut the fuck up. You've literally seen Mandalorian. I know this.
Yeah, I just don't know all the names that well.
Oh, well.
I didn't follow any of that conversation. Not a single word.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Our
fair.
relationship is very unique, where I'm very nerdy and she knows nothing about it.
Mm-hmm. A nice little dynamic, right?
Yeah, keeps it
She
interesting.
works
Keeps us on our
finance, so
toes.
she's a smarter one then, obviously.
Obviously,
That's correct.
completely accurate. I will be the
I'm
first to
also
admit
in
that.
law school part-time. So.
Ugh. That's
Yeah, no,
tough.
you're definitely a smart one.
Oh, we're going to be dropping now. Okay, so Miss Law School.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to drop that.
We'll both be doctors by the time we're done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But nobody's going to call me a doctor.
That's true. I'm the only one that gets called
Esquire.
a doctor. Yeah. Honestly, Esquire is a cooler name anyway.
I wish it was in the front, like Squire.
People are just people are just going to call me Ryan anyway,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter. The title's there, but
Yeah, I mean, at least with doctor, you get it's a prefix, so you have to say that for the name.
yeah,
Esquire, it's more on paper. And
Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
It
You,
is.
you don't say, "Oh, hello." You know, when you talk to your lawyer, "Hello, Ryan Esquire." It's
No.
like
People just call me by my first name, Miss Balsamo.
I'm probably going to call you Esquire just for funsies.
I'm
Just
probably,
Esquire.
Yeah, just Esquire.
Probably not going to answer to it.
Well, that's fair, especially if you're in a room with other Esquires.
Well, I'll answer.
Who are they going to know
Doctor,
I'm talking
doctor,
to?
doctor.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's fair.
It's like a mailman in a room with other mailmen who gets mail from the third mailman.
I don't get it.
Who delivers the mail to mailmen?
Exactly. That's just
Does it have to be
that's-
delivered? Can't you just like pick it up
Yeah.
from work?
Well,
I mean-
that's a good point actually. Like their mail is there.
And if it's somebody else, does that person know they're delivering it to another mail person?
I feel like it depends. Like, do you all go to the same post office? Like, will it all go to the same sorting center
Yeah, if you work in the neighborhood
that you live
that
in?
you live in,
Yeah.
I guess you could just pick your mail up from work.
They are
going
processing
through-
thousands of addresses. You think they're paying that close attention? They just go to the place and put
If
the stuff
you
in
work
the
there,
thing.
maybe.
What? Crazy.
I'd be curious.
Okay. Well,
I would-
curious.
Like, is my house on my route?
True. Right. Or is another mail person that I know on my route? Because then I'm going to mess with their mail.
And do they purposely, if it is someone else, do they purposely expedite your mail over
I'd
the
put
other
complaints
houses?
in. Be like, hey, my mail's not getting delivered.
You just mess with the other mailman.
That's the other thing. Playing pranks on other mail people. Oh, I'm dropping it off to Carl's house? Fuck this guy. Throw it in his garden.
He didn't tip me for Christmas. He doesn't need this bill.
I didn't get a Christmas card from him. His family, you're not getting shit this time.
Isn't there something like federal crime?
Yeah,
type of-
well, that's
Oh,
only
yeah.
if you open
No.
while tampering with mail.
Tampering,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess.
No. But now, if you're a mail person, you get it's a clean slate. You don't.
No,
you get
that's not how that works
no,
at all.
Yeah, it definitely does. Definitely does.
It's science.
So
I'm
because
pretty
you're
sure.
a police
no,
officer,
it's
okay,
there's
yeah.
physics involved.
Okay,
You know?
yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I-
It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
complicated.
Because you're
Let
a
me talk to the
police
smart people.
officer,
again.
yes.
Let me just-
Carry the one.
Come along, children.
I'm nervous. What if I'm a heavy breather?
A mouth, what if you're a mouth breather?
I love that insult. There's a few insults like that. I just like you air waster.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that that's the opening to the episode.
You air breather. Okay. Deal. Oh man, I this is kind of. I hear my echo again. It's gonna fuck me up. We didn't pick it up though, right?
Is it just because this is too quiet? Does that help at all?
No.
Actually, worse.
It's whatever. Yeah. If anything, yeah. Thanks for ruining it, Darren. Jesus Christ.
You hear your echo.
It's me. It's probably just me. I think I'm hearing it outside of the headsets. I think that's what's. We listened to the we're good.
It didn't pick it up on the previous one. So.
Yeah, exactly. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
we good?
We're good.
No.
Good.
I'm
Yes.
bad.
I'm not ready now.
Bad, not good.
Did we even?
No good, terrible,
Where's the?
Horrible, very bad
horrible, very bad. Day.
So you guys brought popcorn.
Yes.
day. We did bring popcorn.
We
Because-
didn't even make any of it. We're gonna save that for the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we figured because movie time.
Got
Well,
you.
Dan also brought food, so.
Yeah.
I guess.
He brought the pep.
He the larg. The larg.
The
pep.
larg pep. The larg pep. Dan, you should be honored because I think this is the second time now that you've been brought up in the podcast. So, for those listening, we'll just mention it. We're in Dan's house now, so it may sound a little different or not. And we're also joined by Dom and Ryan.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you.
And you guys are the first people I don't know actually in the podcast, like true guests, I think.
Hey.
Wow, look at us.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Who'd have thought?
exciting.
Good on you. Yeah, round of applause. Round of applause for you guys. And now, be honest with me. Did you guys want to be on the podcast, or was this Dan's idea?
Oh, Dan said, we think you'd be great on this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of how it was brought up was like, hey, I think you would get along with my other friends, and they happen to do this podcast. You guys should link up. And
So this is the icebreaker for us.
so this is it.
No, it's great. I think we'll be closer friends now than.
Absolutely.
Dan.
We'll just freeze him out.
I've already canceled off friends on my other list to make room for you guys. So
I know. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
going to be off his game now.
definitely losing that chess match for sure.
Yeah, they're playing chess in the background now to keep time.
Next time Dan calls you, like, who's this?
Who?
Yeah, I'm saying.
I don't have any more room for any more friends.
Sorry, new friends.
Sorry.
Who dis?
Yeah.
Who it is?
I don't know this 954 number. I don't,
Yeah. Now, are you guys big into movies? Is that why he?
We both love movies, actually, and it's
Okay.
movies that brought us together.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a very long, complicated story, and to keep it short, we ran in the same friend circles, but it was my friend circle. She was dating someone in the circle, and I made...
Didn't work out, clearly.
Clearly didn't work out, because we're engaged, for those who don't know.
Congratulations.
Nobody would
Thank
know
you,
that.
thank you. That's why I
We're the-
stated it.
we're the guests.
Yes, exactly. so it had to be said.
so I was talking with my fiance.
Right, my phone,
Wrong
my
time.
phone, yeah. God, oh, man. But anyway, I made a movie quote, and the only person who's seen the movie and laughed at it was her.
I raised my hand.
And so I was like,
this is a podcast. You couldn't see that.
I was like, she's...
But I did.
No, we actually got cameras all around.
Yeah, it's not just a podcast. Haven't you seen the Joe Rogan show? It's not just a
I know,
podcast.
come on.
Can't say I
It's a
have.
lifestyle.
Yeah, it's the brand, baby. But anyway, she's the only one who laughed at it, and so I was like, she's cooler than all my friends. So
Well, you know my next question then.
yeah.
What was the line?
What was the, so
Well, do you want to tell people what the movie is first? Or
Yeah,
we're just-
because it's actually
No,
it's
fuck the movie.
so it's
Well,
it's,
actually-
it's from the
Oh, is it?
movie.
It is.
Oh,
Yes.
What? That is brilliant.
Yeah.
What?
So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
perfect lead in, right?
Yeah, no, it is. And so, what is the movie?
So the movie is Liar Liar,
Mm-hmm.
and as we know, Jim Carrey plays this spastic lawyer, and there's this one scene where he's constantly just frustrated, and he's folding up this piece of paper really sporadically, and he just makes the worst origami goose you've ever seen.
It's just a
and
crumpled piece of paper.
It's just a crumpled
not
piece
origami.
of paper. And so I was talking to someone, and I couldn't get the words out, so I had a napkin in my hand, and I did that same exact thing, and it was like a goose, and I threw it, and no one laughed. They didn't think it was funny, and she
No,
laughed.
everyone did laugh. Everyone was like, haha, that's just Ryan being Ryan. I'm like, that's a movie quote, idiots.
Yeah. And she was like,
There's a deeper laughter there,
Right.
a deeper understanding.
right, and that's why I picked it out, and then
Yeah,
I guess my brain was like, no one laughed at it, and I'm mad. But apparently her laugh was the
I was
real
like,
laugh.
"Ha,
It
ha,
was
ha, Ryan,
genuine.
you're so weird.
Yeah, they're just laughing because you threw a piece
Yeah.
of paper or
They're like,
whatever.
what an idiot. That guy.
Yeah.
And that was an outtake, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's actually after.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's
it's an outtake.
during
After credit
yeah,
outtake.
it's during
Yeah,
the
it's an
credits.
outtake.
Yeah.
That was because it's been a while since I've seen this movie. So that was actually from the credits too.
Yeah.
So you've seen this movie through
Yeah.
bitter end.
Yeah.
Well, so
Okay.
the thing about this movie, I mean, I don't know about you, but Jim Carrey, like, I feel like I kind of grew up with him and his sense of humor. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, if you haven't seen this movie as a child, I don't know if you would find Jim Carrey funny as an adult. Because it's like that sense of nostalgia that it's like, oh, like, this is something from my childhood. So, like, if you, I'm assuming you guys have both seen the movie.
I've seen it.
I
It's been a while.
have
It's
to
been a while.
reserve myself in not saying too much because I'm the same way with his entire catalog, and so
Like his
Yeah.
his brand of acting, like his
Right.
comedy.
Yeah.
It's
So
amazing.
it's just very like over dramatic. So
That's also mentioned in the extra credits.
it
scene
is.
as
It
well.
is. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't use that word.
Well, you just did.
No, I didn't.
Oh no, you didn't.
She uses a different word.
Oh, there you go. See, she is the smart.
I'm sorry. I thought yeah, exactly. I thought you knew this movie. This is
Come
embarrassing.
on, get it together.
You don't know the after credits word that was used.
What am I doing here?
can we get a sub
Cut it. Yeah, right.
You're done.
Dan, are you losing it, Chess? You want to hop in here? Oh,
Oh.
he said he lost horribly, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no evidence of that yet. So
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Post it on IG.
Yeah. Cut that. Yeah, I mean, so this is peak Jim Carrey too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was in the '90s when he was just banging out movies, and I think, I mean, not to get too in depth into the movie, but this is, I think, one of the first like more serious roles. I mean, he's still Jim Carrey in this movie, right?
Right.
But now it's more like
You're like, okay, I have more than just,
there's more story to
it's
this.
depth.
Right.
There's more depth.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Of this one,
Yeah.
because the other movies he had before this one, I think, was like the Batman or Batman Returns, right? He was Riddler.
He was the Riddler.
Cable Guy, my personal favorite Jim
love
Carrey
Cable
movie.
Guy.
Cable Guy is the best.
That one I think there's depth if you actually look for it.
It does.
I actually don't know if this came out before or after The Truman Show, because Truman Show is where he really gets to show his range.
That's
Yes.
true as well.
Yeah, that was, I think, the least Jim Carrey movie. One of the least Jim
absolutely.
Carrey movies he's done. I mean, there's like Spotless Mind.
Yeah. Oh, that's
what
a
was,
great movie.
4042 was that horror film that he did.
I didn't even know about that one.
42?
Who was it?
23.
23.
It's a number.
One of those.
It's all the same. Whatever. She's the finance one.
No,
Whatever.
I mean, but to his credit, 42 is another one of those numbers.
Well,
Right, yeah.
it's
Isn't that
it's the
Jackie
answer
Robinson?
to everything
Everything.
in the universe.
Exactly. That's a Douglas Adams thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hitchhiker's Guide, right?
Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah.
But anyway, yes, this
didn't get
is
that.
Jim
I know.
Carrey. Jim Carrey had his like
His peak, his
Yeah,
prime.
definitely.
yeah, at his prime. Yeah,
He's
exactly.
he's been recognized like he's a force to deal with. Everybody kind of
Ace
wants
Ventura,
him.
I think, was
yeah.
the one
That
that
was
came out.
actually one of the other movies that we were toying with
Really?
picking.
Was
Yeah.
Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, we
yeah.
quote
Really?
that all
yeah,
the time.
all the time.
Well, I like this one being the first because of the story behind it. I think
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's this high level summary of the movie? What's the plot here?
High level summary of the movie.
Yeah, the plot.
So essentially, it's this divorced guy, Jim Carrey, and he's a lawyer, and he's kind of in not a custody battle, but he's trying to be a better father for his son, and his son, for his birthday, wishes that for one whole day, his dad can't tell a lie. And so hilarity ensues, and he can't tell a lie for the whole day.
Yeah.
And that's kinda what it's about.
Yeah, he essentially plays the quintessential duplicitous lawyer, and it just takes away from his family life. So like he cares about his career very, very much. He cares about his son very, very much, but he's chosen one over the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout this whole thing of a child's innocent wish ends up bringing him back around to being a better person, essentially, and going from that piece of garbage that he was back to realizing kind of what's important and coming back around.
Right. So what was your first experience watching this movie? How old were you?
Oh, how old were you?
I don't know. I feel like all the Jim Carrey movies kind of like
Blended
blend together.
together.
Yeah. So I don't know if I have like a first experience, but I feel like the better experience is when you rewatch it, because it's funny when you're a kid, and then you watch it as an adult, and like I said, like that nostalgia comes back where you're like, oh, like for me, I was like, oh, I was sitting with my brothers, and like it was a whole thing, and so just to like get back to that point where you're like, oh, it's like a nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
I think I was like 12 or 13 years old, so I was right on the cusp of like the childish humor, like, I love that. And then like I was just starting to understand the adult aspect of it, and I was like, that's funny too.
Well, and that's what's great, I think, about rewatching childhood movies is that you get the nostalgia, then you get to see or understand parts of it that you didn't understand before, or recognize things you didn't see before, whether it's adult versus child humor or whatever. But like, there's so many different levels of movie enjoyment. It's almost like watching it for the first time because there's so much new there, or like bonuses that you have.
Oh yeah, and it depends on like whose point of view you're watching the movie from too. So like, if you want to take the main character Jim and watch it from his point, it's a good story. If you want to like look deeper into what Max is thinking and what Max is feeling throughout the entire story, that's a whole different episode in itself, and like all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
I also think with Jim Carrey, it's great to rewatch his movies, because as you get older, you see like how much he puts a little piece of himself in literally every single character that he plays. Even though like you could kind of say that he's always kind of playing the same character, but it's just like that's how he is, and it's like that's how he is as a person. Like I feel like he puts a little like piece of his soul in everything that he does.
Well, there's a documentary about him losing himself
Yeah.
into his role.
Was it
when he
Andy
played
Kaufman?
Andy Kaufman.
Is that right? I don't know if that's
I
right.
think.
Well, the Man in the Moon, I think.
Man
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Moon. That,
And it was definitely an Andrew Kaufman movie. It was about him and
Yeah.
like how he got lost in his roles and
Yeah.
stuff like that. How like no one ever knew who you'd get when working with him. But yeah, Jim Carrey, when trying to be like Kaufman,
Did that?
fell into the same thing.
Exactly.
As a
became
whole.
Kaufman. And
Truly,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. That was a beautiful movie, documentary. What-
I think it's a documentary.
I don't know what
know.
to call it. I'd say documentary.
Then there's the documentary about the documentary.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was just
This
a
is-
retelling
Right.
of it, but then that itself was such like a unique movie or whatever that
Yeah.
they made something about that now.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
This-
Can I just say real quick though, I love how both of you a few times now have said the same thing at once. You guys are kindred spirits. I'm just
We used to get that a
Horrible.
lot actually before
We
we started
spend
dating.
a lot of time together, so
and I can tell. I can tell. And it's beautiful.
It's awful.
I love what's
can't,
going on
I
over here.
can't escape it.
Darren,
You guys should get married.
Well,
no, we're just friends.
yeah.
oh, okay.
Sober me wants nothing to do with
Okay,
it.
that's
Oh,
rude. Don't be
Jesus.
rude.
It's all for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, size 30 waist, get out of here.
Oh my god,
2 slices of pizza.
Wow.
You're
Fucking
eating
kidding me?
again.
guys, I'm so sensitive.
I didn't want to bring it up, but
Well, now that it's brought up, I'm glad I can take it and
yeah.
do
Sounds
something
like
with
everybody's
it.
on my side. So
Yeah.
is all I'm saying.
How does that make you feel?
Fat.
I don't think we have time for that.
Moving on. No.
Deep depression ensuing.
We lost. Where were we going?
Yeah,
with
no.
all
So we were
this?
talking about Andy Kaufman before.
Oh yeah.
like,
Andy. I said Andrew before. I'm sorry.
doesn't both.
And
The
well,
formal.
we could be like Dan and
I
just
mean,
abbreviate it anyway.
Let's be formal.
and cough.
Right.
And cough.
Yeah, but I don't think any of that matters now. I can't focus on anything except being fat at this point.
He feels like the cells in his body multiplying. Right now.
God, yeah.
That's all he does. That's how he gets fat. No, I mean, it's not so much the eating. It's
Look,
almost
he
like
just called you
concentrates
fat.
on himself.
I just
He said that's how you get
photosynthesize.
fat.
Yeah. Wow.
You personally.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, I'm not one to talk. I mean, I got a fucking beer belly down here.
He's like Aunt Petunia right now. He's floating away.
Oh my God, guys, this doesn't hurt at all. this is not damaging.
You're gonna join
one
Dan
bit.
crying when we leave. so.
How about you two play chess together? Okay.
I don't want to hurt Dan's feelings. He'll lose again.
Oh.
So it goes on to Dan again. Everything leads back to Dan.
Wow. Well, I mean, he did introduce us, so it's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. I mean, that's what really. Yeah, that was a mutual, friendship right there. Immediately, is that we all shit on Dan.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
And I think
to be
I mean, look at him. He's an easy target.
yeah, seriously, he brings it on
you seen him?
himself.
Yeah.
Just look at his face.
God. Talk about fat. Anyway. Oh man. All right.
And it's
I'd like to sum up working with Dan,
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a fresh
which
take.
is basically just Dan coming into your office and being like, "You gonna eat that?"
As also a former coworker of him, I 100% support this. Yes, absolutely.
Are you gonna eat that?
He'll make up something to talk to you about, so he doesn't seem like he only came for that reason.
But he's searching frantically in your office
But
to
he's-
find something to
Yeah.
eat.
No, I mean,
No, he
right,
saw
he's
it
terrible
before
at
he
hiding
came
it.
in. He's searching frantically for the
He'll
conversation.
lace you with compliments. He'll be like, "Zaddy, you look so good today. Are you gonna eat that?"
And as you're taking in the compliment, you're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
You look so thin. You don't need this.
Oh, God. All right.
It's weird how his fat just develops everywhere but his calves, though.
Right, Ryan's deflecting
wow.
now.
Skipping the leg day, bro?
Wow.
All right, too far. We
All right,
touched the
Dan
line.
is straight
We
up
touched the
not
line.
having a good time right now.
We have the entire second part of this podcast to talk shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I stopped recording.
Oh, fantastic.
I hope not.
You guys could make a completely separate talk show just about shitting on Dan.
A filler episode.
You could bring
Yeah.
in all of his friends.
Literally,
To do
Oh
this.
bring a
my
whole
God.
group in, and everyone could talk shit.
We have a
about
whole
Dan.
other series
Dude,
idea now
It's a roast,
Oh my
There we go.
God.
of just Dan. But that's the only episode we do.
but do it right. Like actually celebrate him as well.
Yeah, of course. You got to say something nice, and then you can say something.
And then you can say, boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted.
No, we'll have that as like a
Yes.
audio.
Yes.
Audio, yeah.
Oh, of course. The
mixer.
plug-in.
Exactly. Boom, roasted.
Boom. Roasted.
Okay, well, I think we have a lot of content for the opening. That's for sure.
Yeah?
I hope we got what we needed. I don't
think
even
so.
know where we ended or how we started.
Well, we talked a lot about Liar Liar, where it came from, your perspective. That was really good. And then we sort of closed out, I think, talking
Shit on
the
Dan.
path down,
Oh.
like, yes, that, but the path of method acting and what that looks
Right.
like and all that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And cough. We were talking about him a bit.
But I think we can pick that up after the movie. So
Oh, yeah.
because there's lots more to talk about. I
Yeah,
think.
there's going to be a ton of
Definitely.
This would be good. Let's do it.
All right.
Do you have something to say?
What is it? Heavy cream that you got going on?
Yeah.
You're putting heavy cream in a
Yeah.
drink?
Yeah, it's heavy.
I'm not looking at
And
you,
you're the
please.
star
I'm
of this
looking at the drink.
podcast.
It's heavy
That's
cream.
why.
Yeah, hold on. Big difference. Huh? There's nothing going on.
Could use some work.
He milked the chicken.
I'm sorry, what?
He milked the chicken, and then
So
he
sorry,
churned
so sorry.
he churned the chicken juice.
What?
I thought I could go like churn the butter, but chicken juice is okay too. What is
What's
happening?
going on right
working.
now? I'm overwhelmed.
Keep in mind, I have 3 herniated discs.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah. That's why I'm a physical therapist, is because
That's
like
not
this
why.
is all fucked up. I'm also a physical therapist
many
because I'm a
bed
failed
frames?
marine scientist.
We're just
If
gonna
you
avoid
must
that
know.
question.
If you must know, I failed marine science and now I'm a PT.
Wait, how does that
He
flow
didn't
into
fail.
each other?
He didn't
though?
fail. He quit. It's
No,
different.
okay, so I was a very successful marine scientist, but my
Debatable.
professor stole my work. And
That's true.
since it's through the university, they were like, well, he makes a lot more money for us than you do, so this guy's a keeper.
They said, you signed your life away. That's not our problem.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck you
Idiot.
guys. I'm out. So then I stopped the marine science program, swam around in the ocean as a commercial diver for about 2 or 3 years.
as one does.
And I tossed it up in the air to my buddies. I was like,
Yeah.
guys, what do I do now? And they were like, well, we're all physical therapists and you like going to the gym. And so I was like,
Don't know that anybody said that.
that's it. That's the route. And
I
so
mean-
that's what I took.
We haven't
If I'm
confirmed,
being honest.
we haven't confirmed the friends are even real at this point.
Anytime I say I have a friend, I literally
me.
just made
Talking
up.
about me.
It's my dog and Dom, and I don't even like her that much.
That was actually
doesn't-
The
that was
dog
like-
or Tom?
Yes.
Dom, obviously man's best friend. Let's think about it for a second.
that was
in the title.
That was actually
It's
a
in the
couple of
title.
crabs about 75 feet underwater.
It was. I was talking to them, and they just
he was
did a
talking.
couple of these, and I was like, "You're right, buddy."
You know what? You're spitting fire.
He said, "Did you just flex at me, bro?"
Yeah. Oh man, physical therapy. That's the route. This crab gets it.
Closest friends he's ever had in his life.
I miss that moment every day,
He's still going out to the ocean, hoping to find.
trying to find that crab.
Yeah.
They all look the
Just
same.
a bunch of lionfish everywhere.
Yeah.
Sucks.
What's your waiting for my drink now?
Well,
Cool,
that,
man.
That took another
Huh?
tangent.
We haven't started yet.
Was that a tangent?
I think
Or
so.
did we?
I think that was the starting point. That
felt
wasn't
right.
a
Was it?
tangent. That's where we started.
Back into the second portion. That was it. I like it.
It can be.
no, that's where
Is
we
it?
started.
Huh?
That wasn't a
What?
tangent.
Oh.
What?
Hello?
Nobody
Are we
started.
recording?
No.
Is this thing on?
Oh, perfect.
Hello?
No, of course not. The subtlety is just not. It's not unseen. It's not unseen over here.
See,
I really love the ice in the background. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. That's Dan, by the way, who lost that chest in the first half.
He looks like he's had a lot of practice with that motion.
On his knees, though, mostly.
Yeah, you
This
got
guy
it.
gets
This
it.
guy
I got
gets
it.
it.
I did get it. That's how I know.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was gonna, you're gonna keep it on the DL.
Oh, no. It's recorded now.
Oh my God.
I'm not set up for this.
Much like Dan, I did not see that coming.
Oh, God.
oh,
Anyway.
can't unrecord that.
No. No.
lively bunch.
Hold on, I gotta check my Discord channels.
Yeah.
Checking my emails.
Content.
Do it again.
¿Tienes un problema?
There we go. Yeah.
We're gonna do a Ruby Rod moment right now.
So much white noise.
Yes. Like we're trying to pick up anything now. We need that B footage, but
It's all about the B-roll.
Wait, no joke. We literally saw someone B-rolling the other day when we were going to my parents' house. He was just filming traffic.
That was it.
I was like, that's straight up B-roll.
Just one
right
dude.
there.
I didn't even see his van or his crew.
No,
It was
just the
him.
camera. Just the camera.
respect.
Yeah.
He's trying to do a little,
Out there.
They're a
indie
little
film.
uneven, I have to tell
Out
you.
there making a living.
Maybe he just has career aspirations to be a traffic camera.
Not from this angle.
That's a robot's job. You can't be a traffic
You
camera.
don't have a future there.
Listen, robots have been taking our jobs for years. It's about time we turn the tables.
Dad, you can't be a dinosaur.
What is happening?
He's trying to observe how uneven these are, but since he's blind in both eyes,
Bam, told you uneven.
Oh,
That's better.
it doesn't change
it's still
the
this.
level.
It's still this
still
one. and
uneven.
It's taller than this one.
I would pour them out personally.
This is 2 millimeters taller than this one.
Right. It's uneven.
Yeah, it's uneven by,
pretty uneven. We're
looking
by
at
at
the same
least
thing,
2
bud.
millimeters.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
How come he gets the bigger one?
Because
I'm the lush.
Because he's a pirate.
Yes, yeah. We'll go with that.
Cheers.
Ah, salute.
Oh,
Fuck my life.
it was preemptive.
Oh.
That was a pretty weak slap.
Slap the, It doesn't take a lot from me.
Even the mic picked up how weak that was.
You mean it didn't pick it up?
It sounded like
Yeah, just to narrate that in, he slapped some mint.
He slaps him in, yes.
for the
Hey,
Cheers
salute.
again, cheers.
I dig it.
average at best.
Damn.
Subpar.
Well, those egg whites or something? What do you use? Oh, okay.
Lego my ego.
You have so much like glassware and plateware that's used. I feel
know.
bad. I'm sorry.
You're almost like a full
Wait,
adult.
Is the neon sign new? Was that here last time? The cheers? Okay.
This wasn't here yet.
I noticed.
It's classy. Except for that mug, it's kind of tacky.
The only reason I noticed is because Ryan mentioned that a grown man in his 30s never has any wall decor.
No, that's true. I said that last time. Yeah. 'cause
I
I've never had wall decor ever.
these walls will be covered. I am of the opposite of what he is.
Like a Jackson Pollock painting, or
no. Like
That-
just
no,
different
not
pieces
that.
of art.
Not that.
Oh,
Just random.
did you pick up on that?
Definitely not that.
That's my bedroom. I'm
Got
talking
it.
about the
Okay.
shared space. I'm talking about shared.
Wait,
space.
are we talking about in traditional light or black light?
Whoa, now.
Both, I guess.
There's layers to this.
There's
layers
yeah.
to this.
Multiple.
Should we start the podcast?
Is any of this
Anyway.
usable?
no, it very much is.
Oh, that's the beginning.
Oh,
Is
there
any
it
of
is.
this usable?
That's going to the beginning.
We have many choices. Like, there's
We're giving you a lot of
Lots of
stuff.
content.
No, this is
Like,
great. I
there's
love
a
this.
cacophony
I love
of options right now.
this. This is the problem.
Cacophony.
This is the problem I had with the
Plethora.
my friend
That's
Ryan.
not the word.
Your other friend, Ryan.
My other friend Ryan.
Correct.
Right.
Because we're friends.
Because we're friends now.
Yeah. No,
I feel
at
like
this
we've
point.
bonded through many things at this point.
Oh no, we're good.
Yeah.
You're a Star Wars guy. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. I'm easy. No, but like with
That's what Dan said.
no, he's easy.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Got the flip around there, but
Sorry.
no, but with the Fifth Element episode,
Yes.
that was the most fun to edit because it had so much content that I wanted to like keep in
Mm-hmm.
those little like Easter egg moments, like the. Did you listen to that?
I did.
episode?
I
That was
didn't.
one of my favorite
It
episodes.
was the hereditary
Yeah.
one is where I stopped, so it was right before the Fifth Element one.
My
Right.
My favorite portion of that was when you guys were trying to figure out what the fifth element actually was.
I'm curious though.
No, it's definitely love.
Okay.
I didn't even see the movie, and I said that from the jump.
All right, Miss Know-It-All, get out of here.
Well, so we even talked about that in my
It's me.
brother's episode, the second episode.
I don't remember.
Chasing Amy.
I don't even remember really where we really got where the end of the result of that conversation was as far as what the fifth element was.
With Ryan?
Yeah.
I think we're on the same page where it's something not physical.
It was like humanity or
You're
love. Or,
right.
even though there's all this darkness in the world, you still trudge forward because like there's still that one piece of good that you're trying to get to.
Right. And I think Mike
Reinforced in
his
Harry
episode-
Potter naturally.
That's a different episode. That's,
Diagonally.
did you say Diagon Alley or diagonally?
Depends.
We'll
Are
find
you
out.
Harry Potter or someone else?
Leviosa. Oh God! Oh no! I'm about to get triggered into this. Hold on, I need to hold something. Harry Potter.
Man, the
boy who
things that we
lived.
do.
Oh,
my
Lord,
God.
they have no. You guys should have came to Ren Fair
We're gonna
You
go
missed
next
out.
time.
next year.
No,
yeah?
Yeah.
we
100%,
really
please.
wanted to go.
We did wanna go.
We just got caught up in our own bullshit.
You need to come with us.
We wanted to.
yeah.
Dan was like, "We want you to meet Frank and Darren."
But you need to come and hang out with us at an actual fun, reasonable time, and not like at the very end of the day.
Oh no,
No,
that's
we want
that's
to make
not
it
our
a
style.
full day affair,
Yes.
like a whole day
Good.
affair.
Good.
Even on
Right.
weekends, her and
Right.
I are up at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
6:30
6:30. Yeah.
without an alarm clock.
We're there first thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before opening.
No, we want to do it for
The
sure.
whole fashionably late thing sucks.
Like I said, it was definitely on us
Yeah.
this year
Yeah.
that we did not follow up. Dan
Okay.
invited us, and we did not.
We had a
follow
lot
up.
of
That's on us.
personal
Did you
shit we
even
had to
come?
attend to.
no,
and
shit
it's
happens.
terrible.
Yeah, shit happens.
Did
No.
you even come? He didn't.
No, Dan didn't even go.
All right, so then it's
He
everyone's
went, he
fault.
went once.
No. Don't put
No,
the
no,
blame on
it's
yourselves.
your fault. Don't-
Exactly.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh God, hold on. Let me take a sip of this.
Let me finish this one so I can drink that one.
Yeah.
I'm doing that thing again. Right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Bring it over.
Yeah. We gotta rest it.
I know nothing about SpongeBob except for that reference.
Really?
We're gonna around town.
Why is that?
Probably a little too old for it.
How old are you?
Old
I
enough.
wonder.
Old enough.
No. What do you think?
32.
Yep.
What do you think?
It's all right.
I was gonna say like early 30s. Yeah.
Solid. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Add another 50 decades to that.
I didn't ask how old your soul
His
was.
old soul.
No. Literal years.
Literally. So 43 then.
Way closer.
Wow.
One,
that was
one year
good.
off.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
About like over or under?
Down.
42.
Tomorrow.
His birthday is tomorrow. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Cumpleaños feliz.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to get your idea because we joke about it, or I joke about it. let me put it on me.
Like kind of hinting that I'm a vampire, all kinds of stuff like that.
The jokes are endless about like he is
No, it,
way older than you
Yeah,
said
like
30s,
it makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
though.
They'll just say stuff. You'd be like, so what was George Washington like?
No, right.
Were you there when Eli Whitney created the cotton gin?
exactly. All that-
Oh, sweet Jesus. I think a majority of this episode is going to be just us. Let's just cut the movie out. Everything about the movie. Let's just
Fuck
cut it
the
out.
movie at this
The
point.
movie. I know, right? Who
There's no
gives a
second
shit?
half. There's nothing.
Oh God, what has he got going on over there?
Tight pants mostly.
Ooh.
Type in. A plus comment. Oh God, how do I even transition? How do I segue into anything?
So that movie
That
that
movie,
we
huh?
were supposed to be here
What was
for.
it? Felt like so long ago. Now.
It was
It
like
did.
hours ago. That we literally just finished 20 minutes ago.
yeah. So you chose the movie because of the relationship between you two. You thought
Yeah.
that maybe that was like a good
Yeah.
Yeah.
jumping off point.
But not,
Definitely, yeah.
but not just. I mean, it's pretty. You both were quoting things within the movie, so it's not just like, oh, this is how we met. Like this was very
Well, so
real to both
I
of you.
think that it also it comes together like because we're the type of people that are always quoting movies like all the time, and that's why I feel like when I was listening to all the podcast episodes, I was like, this is not how I view movies. Like this is not like I love movies, but not in the same sense that you guys were like describing and like dissecting the movies. I'm just like I'm here to relax and I'm having a good time and I'm here to like de-stress. And
Literally just here for the quotes.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
just here
yeah.
for the quotes. I mean, even I don't know if you guys even noticed, but when I said before, I was like, I like invented you. That's actually from Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
I did not make that up.
Oh my God, I did not
I do
catch
know.
that reference.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Great movie.
There's nothing
Absolutely.
original over here. This is
No.
used and abused.
Literally.
I
I
did
do
catch
not
that.
write my own jokes at all. So
we're gonna be best of friends because I swear to God, I'm the same way. Everything I say, it's not original.
It's from
But
elsewhere.
I didn't catch that though. You guys are better at that than I am.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's kind of how we like came together as friends. Even it's just like when other people would be around us, they're like, you guys are like in your own worlds. Like we don't even understand what you're saying half the time, and that's why we picked this one because it's like where it started. But I mean, it goes so much deeper
But
than that.
any other cinephile that's around us that like knows the quotes would easily pick up on what we're doing and like jump in. They'd be like, oh yeah, I can do that too.
Right.
But like our original friendship started because like I would quote something, she would finish the quote.
Right.
She would start a quote.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would finish the quote. We
Right.
didn't even like each other at first.
No, you didn't like me.
That's right. I didn't even like her at first. Let that be recorded. I
Don't
didn't
get it twisted.
I didn't even like her at first.
I don't know if I still do. I mean,
It's questionable.
Jury's
Every
still
day I
out,
wake
if we're being
up,
honest.
I'm like, is this the right choice for me? There's still time.
there is still time.
Plenty of time.
But no, that was one of the things I wanted to bring up too. Is like the fact that you guys were quoting this movie, a movie from the mid to late '90s, not a big blockbuster.
No.
I mean, but
Movie,
we
and
could
you
do
guys
that
are
with
just
any Jim
on
Carrey
it.
movie.
Yeah, that's kind of one of
Yeah.
our superpowers, and like specifically her family does that constantly.
Oh, constantly.
But, like,
Absolutely.
Me and my brother, that's our relationship. Like that's how we got along is through movies, and so I just constantly remember specific lines that can apply to any conversation at all. Just slip it in there. And if they catch up on like, hey, that's a movie quote, I love that movie, that's just another thing to talk about. But if they don't catch it, they're like, that guy's weird and funny.
or he's
Or,
hilarious.
"That guy's
Oh, that guy's
So
hilarious.
creative.
Exactly.
So funny. Oh,
So-
that's just Ryan being Ryan. I'm
It's-
like, he's literally not original at
Yeah,
all.
like-
I'm like, do not indulge him, please.
Like it serves two purposes.
I'm like, as
there.
if he needs that.
And if you're not,
Okay?
if you're not my disgruntled fiance, you'd be like, "Wow, that guy really has it figured out."
So charming.
I'm like this idiot.
No originality.
None.
A complete idiot.
a flat, just
God,
the
I
worst.
wanna fucking marry him.
Yes, I said yes to that, bozo.
Oh man. So I mean, all right. So this was like sort of an origin story for you guys. Is this your number one Jim Carrey movie?
No,
I'm
I
gonna
would
go
say
with
no.
no. This is just our start off.
Yeah.
point.
Right. Okay, right.
We
So
picked
what
it for the
is-
podcast, I would say.
and I love that.
Yes. Yeah.
So then, what is your favorite?
You want to go first?
For next episode,
Oh,
we could probably jump into Ace Ventura. I feel like that would be our.
Is that your number one?
I mean, it's up there for
It's up there.
sure.
Okay, so
That's
so
what
my
matters.
my number one Jim Carrey movie is Dumb and Dumber, hands down, no competition.
I honestly,
You knew that.
I did know
You knew
that,
that.
and I forgot.
Just really quick, but since you reminded me, I did know that.
Yeah. That
Okay.
Dumb and Dumber would be my number 2.
What's
For me.
Ace Ventura's
Ace Ventura is
the
my
first
number
one and the
one.
second one. I think that the second Ace Ventura is funnier than the first Ace
No,
Ventura.
I would agree.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
This is just movie overall of Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know the catalog. We talked about it before. So
You
what's
get it.
yours?
You get it. You're old enough to know all of them, so
love him. Love him. He's already in it. He's already in.
even his stand up, you get.
Well, I remember talking to his dad.
Yeah.
We went to college together. Yeah.
What was it like interviewing Rodney Dangerfield?
It's hard because, God, I have so much to say about him. But comedy versus like drama. So if I'm staying on the comedy side, it's Ace Ventura. No question for me.
First or second?
There, what? First,
It's a-
always.
Oh, we think second. We
Yeah.
think the second is funnier.
No chance. Not a chance.
Oof. Okay.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is Finkel.
Yeah.
And not even because the second one's not funnier. Maybe it is. It's just because the original movie is. It's just.
There's some nostalgia there.
It's a foundation
Right.
upon which
Yeah,
everything
absolutely.
is built.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
It's the same thing with most people like a version of like different Star Wars. For me, it's always A New Hope because
Right.
that was the first
That
one.
was number 1.
I think it's definitely
Totally respect anybody else's decision. It's just I don't know. The beginning to me is
No,
always so powerful.
It's definitely-
I
it's
completely
definitely
don't
rare.
respect their decisions.
nobody asked
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
I
trying to be
think
nice.
it's-
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said it
Fuck
for
those
you.
people.
Yeah, the worst.
Disgusting.
No, I
Especially
think
this guy.
I think it's rare to find somebody who thinks that the second movie of anything is better than the first movie of anything.
Yeah.
But I do. I think the second
it's
Ace
true.
Ventura is better than the first one. I think it's funnier.
It's because they found a good thing and they were like, how do I make this better? And then they actually did.
Yeah. And then do you want to know that Jim Carrey didn't even want to do the second one?
No, he
he was
didn't.
contractually obligated
Yeah.
I could
Ace
totally
Ventura?
see
for
that.
Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't want to do it.
He's fun to watch though. Like it's crazy to watch his career.
Yeah.
And you can even see it in Liar Liar. Like even you said while we were watching, you're like, oh, there's Ace Ventura.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
it
yeah.
comes out. Like every character that he's ever played,
Yeah.
it's like you can see it in everything that he's been a part of.
I think one of the coolest things is that if you watch his career and you see him in living color, and then you watch it track, it's like he's very much almost like a silent film star where expressiveness is more
Right. It's physical
in the
comedy.
face. It's physical comedy. But then as his career trajects, it's like it becomes more towards drama.
Right.
And the facial expressions and everything starts to become more calm.
Right.
Like it's more just expression of normal things. But I love watching these movies, especially like Liar Liar and some of the in-betweens, where the audio is just as expressive as the
Yeah.
visual. You know, some of the sounds he makes in Liar Liar to me are
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know where that comes from, like inside
It's
of him.
like it
Yeah.
comes from
Like, how-
like the trust.
yeah, how does he just
Like-
fill the void with that nonsense and it just works?
That's what I'm saying. Is like it was actually the audio that made a lot of that stuff funnier.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas in other movies, it was just like you said, physical comedy that made it funny. Ace Ventura, all these other kind of things.
I think it's also he's just like I don't even want to say a lot of other actors, but there's so many people that are just so afraid to be stupid, and like he doesn't care. He's like, whatever, I'll be stupid.
he started at the height of stupid, so
Yeah.
he had nowhere to go but like back to us.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
back to
exactly.
normal.
yeah.
That's how he got into
It was the reverse.
industry.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
his facial expressions, his
Yeah.
like he's able to like contort his face in such a way that's like it's unique.
Did you
Well,
ever see the
Almost
interview?
cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Yes.
you ever see the interview about? He was talking about how like people come up to him and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're the Grinch," and he makes the Grinch face, and he goes,
Right there and
"Yeah,
there,
parents come up to me and they go, I thought that was just makeup." He goes, "No, it's my face."
That's just my face.
No, he was perfect. I mean, the Grinch is. I forgot about the Grinch. Actually, now that you mention it, because like my favorite Jim Carrey movie is by far.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
No, I mean, that honestly number two probably. Number two.
He gave that movie
If,
his
if
all.
you do
He
a
really
Christmas
did.
episode, please have us back because
Specifically
that's
for that.
like
Yeah?
our favorite Christmas
No,
movie
we
Well,
love it.
okay, so yeah,
of
side-
all time.
quick side tangent.
Oh,
I
no,
have.
I can't do that. No.
I have another guess. What you don't want to do?
Grinch.
The Grinch?
You guys can do. I'll be here
Specifically?
for it, but
I have nothing to contribute.
You
there's
have-
a cartoon, and
you-
that is it. There's
Oh.
only,
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's a purist.
Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's okay.
But do you want to
age
know what?
showing.
The cartoon has the face, and Jim Carrey made the face.
Made the face
Made
in
the
real
cartoon face
life.
in real life.
No,
But-
I respect everything about it. It's just that
Listen,
like, the cartoon was enough.
when you're
I
70,
didn't
it's
need to make
hard
that
to
again.
come out of the.
Get off of my lawn! I love him because he's immediately on it.
He didn't advise, but I didn't.
Immediately on the jokes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh God.
But yeah, no, I'm just a big fan of the original, and I didn't really as much as he fit every single like he checked every box. There was nothing in the story that improved it. His performance was amazing.
I don't know if it was
Wait, hold
meant
on.
to improve it though. It was just
It
supposed to
also
be a
didn't
retelling.
make it worse.
Oh, we're talking about the Grinch.
The
Oh,
Grinch.
it
definitely did.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the story.
Save
of the
this for the
Grinch?
Christmas episode.
Well, not so much that. It's like, is it really a story that needs to be like
Retold?
Improved
No,
upon?
it does not need to be retold.
I'm telling you,
But,
critiqued.
but you
Like,
said
it's-
improved upon. Did it need to be improved upon? Because it sounds like he kept it equal, where he just transferred what the cartoon was into a three-dimensional
No, but
transcription.
unfortunately, if it was just him, I'd agree with you. But there's an entire production around it, and yeah, just for me, like the music, everything was just not as good.
Oh, Taylor Momsen had no
Oh.
business singing that
That's
song.
what I'm saying. So,
I
like,
saw her
that's
live
trash,
topless, and
absolute
that was
trash.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean Taylor Momsen's a whole different story.
Listen, no, I mean he's got a point.
Yeah, he does. He really
So-
does.
so
I
my
hate to admit
opinion-
it, but
Pretty Reckless
I take it
actually
back.
came out, and
I
she
take it
was
back.
she was
Yeah.
pretty aggressive at the time at Vans Warped Tour. Now that that's no longer a thing,
you're
Yeah.
dating yourself now.
well, I'm not 70, but I'm also up.
Yeah,
there,
don't worry.
so-
We got him here to keep us grounded. And him being Darren.
Are you sure it's not Dan? How old are you?
I'm 45.
Right. Checks up.
Still not old enough. Yeah.
Still so young,
The
full of
airline
life.
says like the hairline says 50.
Airline. How about that airline food?
Hey. Oh God.
I wasn't going to say anything. We talked about his calves earlier. We didn't need to mention the hairline.
He
he brought it
mentioned
up.
it.
Oh,
I don't know.
He
I don't
brought
know.
it up. Fair game.
I don't know if that was brought. Yeah,
that's
picked up
true.
in the microphones, but
Did you get a haircut?
no, it's called age. Yeah, it's losing.
It's
on
thinning.
naturally.
It's thinning.
It's not thin. It's not bald.
Thinning.
It's thinning.
That's a sponge.
That's
That's,
a
the SpongeBob movie.
yeah.
Sorry. That's not great. That's not- even Devin didn't like that. Don't look
It's a
at me.
sensitive subject all around.
Don't stare at me
David
with those
agrees.
eyes.
Look at how awkward it is right now.
Awkward. There's just a lot of sexual tension coming from Dan staring at my thighs.
Oh no, I was gonna say the listeners can't look at anything.
Now I'm uncomfortable. I think it was Dan that made that comment, not me. I can't be sure though.
Anyway, moving on.
We'll cut that.
Cut that.
Get
cut
that
that.
out of
Cut
there.
that.
Guys, I don't know if we've
We'll cut that
noticed,
in post,
but
huh?
we've made a very large tangent from what this was supposed
That's a
to
tangent.
be to
So
what it is now.
I want to bring this back
Let's bring it full circle
full circle.
back to the movie that
Back
we
to the
picked.
movie.
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar. Exactly. Now, you guys chose this because of the origin story, right?
Right.
Because
Correct.
that's how you two
Yes.
came about together. Was this one of your top movies before that moment?
I think as children, we kind of just lumped Ace Ventura all together as like Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like it's not like we love this movie. It's more like we love Jim Carrey.
Right.
So it's like anything that Jim Carrey's in, we're good for
Gold.
it. Like, doesn't matter what it is.
But this stands out like for
that
us,
moment.
for that moment.
Absolutely.
So when I think of Jim Carrey, I'm like, oh, it's because I did that stupid thing at the end of that movie.
And now I'm getting married.
And now
so-
I'm getting married, so thanks
So
for that.
thanks a lot
Jim.
for that.
Yeah. You should tweet him, see if he will come out to the wedding.
He might, actually. He's pretty woke.
We are
now.
looking for
Yeah.
an officiant.
Yeah. He might
Are
be.
you?
You don't happen
Well,
to
it
know
turns out-
one, do you?
Oh, let me tell you. Oh, man.
But yeah, so we didn't
Yeah.
pick it specifically for the movie. We picked it specifically because of
For the
that moment,
podcast.
and also because of the actor.
mean,
we what?
Well,
Shut it.
what?
So we picked it because of the actor in the moment. But anyway, so the film Liar Liar, rewatching it, I think actually just instilled in me why we got along so well is because we can quote those stuff, and it just makes us giggle and laugh. In
Right,
a
and just
stupid
laughing
sort of
together
way.
and just like
And
being silly.
I think that's what kind of like film is all about, is like bringing people together. You're experiencing emotions at the same time. You're able to share things, and that's kind of what we like about cinema, is like it gives you a common ground to socialize with somebody who has also seen that film or maybe hasn't, and you can like, hey, you should really look at it and watch it and come back, tell me what you think about it. We'll have a discussion. You can grow
Absolutely.
friendship. You can grow a relationship.
No,
And that's how we view kind of like cinema and that kind of stuff.
No, I agree, especially because like how many times have you been like, "Oh my gosh, have you seen this movie?" and somebody's like a new movie in the movie theater. It's like, "Oh, I wanted to see it so bad." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, after you see it, let us know what you think about it." And then like it gives you a point to like come back and like have that conversation with somebody that you might not have normally had that conversation with. Like I just had that point with my coworkers where it's like, "Oh, like let me know what you think after you're done watching it." So it just like gives you that socialization aspect where it's like, "Oh, I really want to know what you thought so that I can tell you what I thought," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So-
No, it's great.
Yeah.
Quality. What did you guys think about the? Do you like Jim Carrey? Do you like the movie
love him.
Liar?
Love
Liar?
him.
Love him. That was, I mean, Jim Carrey's always been a focal point. Like he's been a strong influence. Maybe I'm trying to find the words, but like he's definitely a big part of my childhood. 100%.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was mentioning before, like he was in Batman Returns, Ace Ventura.
Honestly,
we talked about
I
that.
always forget that role. I always forget he played the Riddler in Batman Returns for no reason.
And
Yeah.
the Riddler just came back in Batman
Truman.
in the new Batman.
I mean, wildly different.
Wildly
from,
different, of course,
Extremely
but
Yeah.
it's the same character,
Oh,
so
absolutely,
it's like
absolutely.
a completely different interpretation.
Coming full circle to what you're saying after I rudely cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I think that
Skip you back to me.
no, it's because you were saying he played like a role in your childhood, and I feel like whenever I talk to someone, it's usually 50-50. Like, oh, I love Jim Carrey, or like, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's
I
just,
don't know, the people that Jim Carrey doesn't do it for, I'm like,
I don't know if I
have
trust
you no
as a
decency?
person.
Like, you don't have a sense of humor then? Got it.
I wouldn't
Checks
say
out.
I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite actors, but he's definitely a big part of my early childhood life, like the humor side of things.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and like he's known for contorting his face and all that
Yeah.
wild stuff, but it also is just the the freedom to be yourself.
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah, I
every
agree.
character
Absolutely.
he's played, it's almost like, I mean, what other actor even is known for what he's known for? He's very unique in that
He
way.
is. I agree.
You know,
I would
and
agree
so
with
I
that.
think that's what it is, like individuality. It's like this is Jim Carrey.
Right.
There's no one else to be able to recreate what he does. You know, I'm sure in 2-3 decades, you know, when he passes at some point, there might be a documentary on him. You know, about and there's gonna be some young actor at the time trying to recreate him, but that's the thing. It's like
Well, there's definitely going to be a documentary
he
on
be
him
able
because
to?
now he's so far out there, like now, as opposed to what he was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, what happened? Like, what took that turn? So I think there's definitely going to be something about that.
There has to be.
Yeah, there
Oh,
has
yeah.
to be because he
People are
took
gonna wanna know.
such a
Yeah.
crazy turn that people are just interested.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, and yeah, his uniqueness to with
Also,
everything
I-
he does, but also the go ahead.
I'm sorry you won't be with us in 2 or 3 decades, but
He's already, Darren's already been with us for about 300 years, so it's okay.
I'm actually looking like in November.
tomorrow. Oh,
Actually, I'm already
Yeah,
on
so-
borrowed time. Thanks for noticing. But
Yeah. No, I actually almost died twice.
Oh.
Yeah, I fell asleep and then I woke up again.
So this happens
I
every
thought
night,
this shit was gonna get real for a second. I got really sad.
and that's why the drink is in his hands.
Chug faster.
No, who's the guy who has like the painting of himself? That's why he remains young forever.
Oh, that was another movie. It was something Gentleman. Fantastic
Gray?
Gentleman.
Gray?
Yes, that's the
Right.
character.
Sean Connery was also
Yes.
A League of
Hold on.
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
League of
League of
Extraordinary
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
But then who's the character now?
Something Gray.
in it. He's the villain.
it's not Dorian Gray.
No.
Dorian Gray.
Yes,
Gray.
it is.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I just know Dorian Gray is a very popular character.
Dorian Gray. He has the picture of himself, and I don't remember.
And that's how he
Somehow-
stays young because his picture ages. Well, he doesn't.
Yes.
But he can't look at it because then he'll die.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, by the way, for anyone who hasn't seen
It's
it.
a little late.
Sorry.
Little late.
Oh, shit.
Oh
that's
my
too
god!
Dang
I'm
it.
sorry you haven't seen a movie that came out 20 years ago. Ah.
But talking to people about movies and TV shows and just stories in general, I think is just a really cool way to also sort of gauge somebody's scale of empathy and suspension of disbelief in the way that they view things that haven't happened to them. Because there's a lot of people that they can only live in a space in which they exist, right? And
Right.
then
Right.
you know the way that you connect to other people's stories is very similar to the way you connect to movies. So if someone is having a conversation with you about movies, it usually implies that they can connect to you about your own life as well.
I like that.
I
Yeah,
would agree
no,
with
that's
that.
good.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
exactly how I could definitely believe that the magic in Liar Liar was real.
But not
yet
the
the staircase chasing the plane was complete bullshit. Magic, yeah, it exists. That staircase, though?
No way.
Not for me.
I'm
Physics,
out.
physics says no.
Took me out of the movie.
Not even physics, like OSHA says no.
Yeah, literally, ocean. That's not allowed.
Oh man. I mean, what?
Wait, don't-
what? Oh,
I want it.
We're sharing a drink, everybody.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Glug, glug, glug. That's also a Jim Carrey quote from Ace Ventura when he wrestles the crocodile. Water's good. Glug, glug.
Should we have a series just on Jim Carrey?
We could.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Only if we're invited back for it.
I wasn't going to push that far. I was going to let you
That's
guys
okay,
do
I'll
whatever
do
you
it.
wanted creatively.
No. Creatively.
Creatively,
That's
thank
the
you.
word.
Creatively?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Creatively.
Yeah.
Creatively, we're the Jim Carrey experts for sure.
I respect that.
Self-proclaimed. That's
Self-proclaimed.
not official.
It-
You
it-
can't Google that.
You could see how I have the
We'll
God
make it.
complex and Ryan is self-deprecating for sure.
I mean, that's fair.
Well,
That's fair.
yin yang.
Yin yang.
Exactly. That's
You
what I'm
know.
saying. Everyone needs that other person who's just absolutely negative in every way.
Yeah.
Themselves, the other person. and then they're
Ironically,
the-
we're also wearing opposite colors. Like I'm very dark and she's very light. So.
I thought you were going to say that I was wearing green and black. I was like, no, I'm
yeah,
not.
I thought you were going. I thought you were going
Actually.
color-wise.
Well,
I mean, well, that works too, though.
I'm colorblind, but I still know that this is dark colors, and that because they're shades,
That's very good.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
That's light. Another tangent. Wow. Way to go, Dominique.
This will be fun to listen to after the edit.
I'm very curious.
Good thing I got like 2 months before this even gets published, because I need that time.
Yeah, it's going to take the full 2 months to just check through this stuff. Really,
Just to be
yeah.
like,
Really-
what are we even talking
really
about
pick
right
out
now?
the winners.
Yeah, it's a mixture of like drinking during recording, so that I'm not gonna remember all of it anyway. But then
Right.
a month from now, anyway, who knows what happened? A month, yada yada.
Yada,
It's-
yada,
it's-
yada.
You know, a little bit of that.
Bada
Beepity
boom,
boppity.
bada
You yada
bing.
yada over the
Bada
best
bing.
part.
Yada,
No, I told you about the soup.
Yada, yada.
That's from Seinfeld.
It's a Seinfeld thing.
Oh, now we're going TV shows.
Yeah.
Oh, we do all of it.
Oh, we do it all.
Yeah, we do a
Wow.
whole thing. Yeah.
I can understand why Dan recommended you guys for this. I
Yeah.
love it.
We're
love
very
it.
we're very into the TV shows. We do the movies, all the whole bit. The only thing I don't do is reading because I have ADHD, and I would rather run a full mile than read a book.
I'm glad you came on, because now I'm not alone. I tried explaining this. I don't remember what episode. Who knows?
I listened to it. So it was before Hereditary.
No, it was definitely an earlier episode. Definitely an earlier episode where yes, I can't concentrate.
Nope.
I can't.
I'll get through 5 pages, and then my body's like, "Why don't you do something constructive and like go run or like
So
lift
So
something heavy?"
My thing is that I used to love to read when I was a kid, and I feel like now as an adult, the biggest issue for me now, like transitioning, is I don't know what genre I like. Like I'm like, okay, the stuff that I used to like when I was a kid doesn't really appeal to me anymore because I'm not a kid. And then I'm like, okay, so maybe I'll try stuff that I like in movies or in TV show. And I'm like, that's not really doing it for me either. So I'm like, I don't know what book I would like to read, but I would like to read a book. So that's where I'm at. with
Graphic
books.
novels are pretty good. That you
That's
should-
not a real book.
Okay. All right. Another episode. Yeah. No.
I've been very gracious and silent over here. The entire time.
Today.
I
But
thought it was just because your vocal cords were so old.
They need to rest.
yeah.
I'm tired of speaking. I've
You
reached my word limit.
About 27 words per 2 minutes.
Blow off the cobwebs in your throat because you're just fucking sitting there. Exactly.
Say that again.
Hello.
The old bullhorn.
Oh man.
We've
Well,
covered a lot of topics.
We have. Now I'm curious. Bring it back to the movie again.
Yeah.
Right,
there's
back to
been-
the podcast.
There's been no segues.
What are you
but
guys, Titanic over there?
What? Yeah, what do they make? They're baking something.
This looks like chocolate-filled croissants
Croissant.
with half-assed powdered sugar.
That was full ass.
Ouch.
Full ass. He put his entire ass on the powdered sugar. I'm sorry.
No, like Salt Bay, but his ass.
Right.
And sugar.
Yeah, picture that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd
Listeners,
actually
picture that.
rather not.
Yeah, because it's flat.
Ass Bay.
What would you rate the movie?
Liar, liar.
Yeah.
Can I?
Depends on the scale.
Yeah, like what's
Jen?
Comedy scale.
out of comedy, out of Jim
movie
Carrey
scale,
films,
Jim
out of movies altogether.
All right, let's do comedy
Okay.
and then just movies altogether.
Movies altogether, I would give it a pretty low score. But that's also because comedies in general get pretty low scores when we're talking about movies altogether. Because there's so many movies that make you feel a certain way that you're like, comedies are just, for me at least, they're just like not really up there.
No, that's true because there's a lot of movies that make you run the gambit of emotion.
Exactly.
Of what human emotion is. So you're like, wow, that was a good film. That was a roller coaster.
So
I
is
would
that-
rate that high.
Is that the requirement for a good movie?
I don't know.
Is that every emotion needs to be touched?
It's just, it needs to make you feel
Some stuff needs
something.
to be touched.
It doesn't have to be everything, but it does need to be something.
Right, but is
Shut up, Dan.
joy is joy and surprise not a piece of emotion?
Well, because I don't feel those, so I can't comment on those.
You
We're
don't-
getting
you don't have
married.
you don't have red hair.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'm colorblind. I don't know.
Oh shit.
No, I would probably rate it the same. What Dominique was trying to say, like overall movie wise, pretty low score. I'd probably give it like a 4 out
4,
of 10.
yeah.
Okay.
Comedy wise, I also probably wouldn't rate it that high.
Maybe 6.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like a 6 or a 7.
I
Right.
liked that, and I don't know if you would agree with me, but I do like that the writers.
I rarely do.
Anyways, I wasn't asking. I did like that the writers didn't shy away from like the
statement.
easy jokes. Like I like that they put in the easy jokes, because it's like when they don't do that, you're like, what a missed opportunity. Like
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
felt that in the movie.
True. Yeah, they always took the easy joke and then they also made it more dynamic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that should bump up the comedy score then, yeah?
That's why it's
I
a
think
6 or a
there's
7.
yeah, like I would
Okay,
say
fair.
probably 6 or 7, just because there's a lot of really good comedies out there. But
I'm interested to know two things. Help us build the scale by
Oh.
giving us a comedy that you would rest more like an 8 or a 9, and then give us a movie that you would put it like, say, a 6 or a 7. So something that's just a couple of steps up from where you graded on both sides of that scale.
So Dom and I will actually probably differ because
Sure, of course.
subjectively
Yeah,
our
it's tough.
humor is different, and everyone will also probably feel
Agreed.
the same way.
again, the same thing as I said before I came on the podcast, where I'm like, oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot. I've never seen a movie in my life. Can't think of a single title.
I've never watched
And if
any.
you can't, you can't. But I figure it might help inform.
Right.
So for me, a comedy movie that's probably not going to be mentioned again after this is like the original Lego movie with Chris Pratt.
Okay.
I never stopped laughing through that entire film, just because one, it's so childish, but yet the humor is so tongue-in-cheek that I can't help but giggle every time someone says something stupid.
So the quantity and the consistency of laughter is a good,
That's
good grade for
that's a good
comedy.
indicator. If they can just continue to snag me minute after minute, I'm just like,
Is there-
that's
So
great.
I actually, so something for me, it's not a, I mean, I guess technically it's a movie. We did see it. But so for me, I would say that probably quality of humor, Bob's Burgers movie, only because the humor is so, it's smart. Even if, even though it's like puns, it's like such smart humor. You're like, the writers really thought about that. Like they had to think about that. And that's what cracks me up. Like, I'm just like, damn it, got me again. Like,
Well, like Rick and Morty.
yeah,
that was
exactly.
brought up
Like the
too.
same kind
Very
of thing, Rick and
smart.
Morty. Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. But also Rick and Morty at the same time, it's like very smart humor, and then there they are with like a fart joke 2 minutes later. So
Yeah.
it's like you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So now, would you recommend this movie to anyone?
To anyone,
Would you recommend this movie to anyone? Yeah.
I probably wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
I'd recommend it to someone,
Yeah.
Okay.
not
okay.
anyone.
If usually,
But I feel like that's the case with any movie. You have to know your audience.
yeah, like
Yeah.
know your audience.
So,
And if-
would you recommend this movie? Question.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good watch. It takes up your time. You don't go at the end of it. Man, I
That was
really
a
wish
waste
I
of time.
didn't just sit there for this whole thing.
It's not something you'd be like, I'm walking out on this. I couldn't
Yeah.
finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're also not going to sit there and be like, I'm enthralled for every second.
Yeah, I feel like you have to know what you're getting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's expectations set.
I feel
Right.
like they're both playing it real conservative right now.
Realistically, if you're stoned in your bedroom, this is a great movie.
Well, especially if you like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Because there's enough of his like craziness,
His
and I commented-
mannerisms, yeah.
Right, but it's also it makes sense in the world.
But that's the thing too, is that if you like Jim Carrey, you've probably already seen the movie, so I wouldn't have to recommend it.
And I
But
would argue this is probably a good entry into Jim Carrey because it's
I agree.
It's a
'Cause
soft-
It's not
it's a
super
soft
over the
entry.
top. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Because if you're not already there with the wildness of what Jim Carrey started out as,
Right.
and you need a build up as opposed to what his career was
Yeah.
from the top down, this would be a good starting point.
yeah.
Well, depending on the person, by introducing this movie, you may be starting from the top, and then
Started
everything
from
else
the
is just a
bottom, now we're here.
downfall.
Right.
I would say if you can love him at his craziest, then you'll love him at anything below.
Right.
Am I wrong, or was the girl with the braids, was she also on In Living Color?
I don't know.
I feel like she might have been
That's a good
a
question.
castmate. Super familiar face.
But that's also the other thing. Actually, I'm glad you brought up In Living Color, because one of the things that I think makes Jim Carrey so great is that most people in comedy, even if you don't think about it, got their start on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
And Jim
yeah.
Carrey is one of the only people that, at least that I know of, that doesn't make it true, but one of the only people in my repertoire of
Chris
actors. Chris Farley was on SNL. That Jim Carrey is one of the only people who was not on SNL.
That's true.
That's
Fair,
not
fair.
actually accurate.
Uh-oh.
Okay, correct me.
I mean-
Wayans brothers.
There
Yes,
were-
Wayans brothers.
He was on SNL.
No, he was not. Jim Carrey.
As a host?
As a host,
Oh,
yeah.
you're talking
but
about
as a cast
oh,
member.
Yeah, she's talking about-
As a
right.
cast member.
Okay,
Right,
you
right.
needed to clarify that.
Sorry,
for
my
me.
apologies.
Yeah.
As a
and
cast member.
probably the audience because we were all confused.
No,
I
it
wasn't.
was just you.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't realize we all had PhDs in cinematography.
This is true, too. I don't think Dan mentioned that, but I have a...
He made that up. He doesn't have a PhD in
No, but I do.
You do?
I do.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
No, I don't. I'm kidding.
I would have believed it, honestly.
I know, right?
His-
I mean, you were too
Oh,
genuine in that. I'm like, I can't lead her on like
Right,
that.
yeah, that was
I had to cut-
dangerous.
I had to cut it. I had to
I
cut it.
straight up would have believed it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Dangerous.
Oh, Lord.
I'm surprised you went for that. I was like, yeah, he's bullshitting you right now, like straight up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess because I watched all the episodes, I'm like, I believe it.
Thank you.
Not for 1 second. I got your number.
You son of a bitch. He's got to listen to it. I'm like, this guy's a fucking liar and a fraud.
I love him.
Oh, man. No, but great movie.
Yeah.
I think overall,
Overall, yeah.
great. Definitely a great movie for the podcast.
Yeah.
Story and all. Thank you guys for joining in on this.
Definitely the
pleasure.
most disheveled episode for
Oh,
sure.
for sure.
This is gonna be entertaining to even edit,
Yeah.
but
I'm
who knows?
excited for you guys.
This
That's
might,
what we're here for. We're here for the entertainment.
yeah.
so.
I think. I mean, you guys have might set. I thought my brother's his second one would be at this actual time. I'm sure by the time this is published, the other one will be published too. But his I thought was the longest, the second one. But I think this one might be already beating that.
It's potential. We've been here for a while.
I don't know,
have-
we just have a lot to
Even-
say. Not
even-
necessarily relevant things to say,
No.
but a lot to say in general.
Well, no, relevant.
Everything's relevant.
Relevant to the movie, maybe not, but relevant to
the podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
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 It is still a frank discussion,
Yes.
right? It's still just an open, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But thank you guys for joining.
Our
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you for
having
having
us. We
us.
really appreciate
Absolutely, we'll have you on again.
Yes.
Please, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There.
Sorry, we're boring the house.
I was trying very hard to find if that girl was from Inland Color.
Uh-oh.